Today is our second visual journal demo. Last time we worked on the collage. Today I'm going to show you some watercolor wet and wet techniques. Quick reminder that you are placing your prompt number or the word you've chosen to inspire you in this space. You don't need to worry anything about these numbers here. These are just to show us the order of the different demos. And remember, you may choose to use the technique you see here in your next prompt. You may choose to use it in a prompt farther down the road. So a couple things I'm going to first show you. When using watercolor, masking tape is a fun thing to try. In watercolor, we call a mask just simply a place where you're going to be protecting the paper from absorbing the pigment you choose. So for example, I've opened my book up here. I've made sure to place a scratch sheet in there. And I'm just going to place some varieties of different tape. Some can go diagonal, horizontal, whatever you want. Again, just trying to create some interest. And then this might be a background I choose to use for a prompt, or maybe you have a prompt already in mind and you want to build some sort of a structure, a specific scene with your mask. Whatever works, okay? So place my masking tape down first if you're going to use that. We have our simple watercolor palettes that are over on the white shelves. There's also a palette in the red drawers that has a few more color options if you want to try that. Okay, always get a red cup with a yellow brush. Only yellow brushes are to be used with watercolors. And then in a watercolors cabinet, there is some salt, so I'm going to show you that one as well. One of the first things I'm going to do when I'm using watercolors is I'm actually going to prep my palette. And that means I'm going to take some water and actually drop it into each color that I choose to use so that it is flowing and ready for my use. Okay. Another technique is wet into wet technique. So if you can see, I am painting this little triangle here, and I am going to make sure that whole thing is soaked pretty well with water. And then I'm going to simply drop some colors into that pre-wetted area. As you can see, they are going to bleed out into that wet paper. And hopefully your masking tape is going to help kind of contain it into one section. Okay. So there's one thing you can try. It's simple, just making sure you pre-wet the paper and then allowing the colors to flow outward. Over here, we're going to try doing just a wash. Okay. So again, I'm going to kind of pre-wet the paper. And this time I'm going to choose colors that are analogous or next to each other on the color wheel. And I'm just going to layer them lightly over top and allow some of the pigment to flow upwards. I am then going to overlap that with my next color that is analogous to, which is this kind of orange. And you saw I got a little drop in the yellow there, but I mean, again, this is a sunset, so it's not something I really overstress about. This should be a fun place for you guys to try these techniques and not be overstressing about the end result. Just kind of work with it. Okay, so nice little combination of warm versus cool colors there. And then down here, I'm going to show you some salt resist. Okay, so let's just do some black in this one. Do a little gradient maybe. So I'm first putting down just kind of a base gray there. And then I'm going to slowly add less water to my black and kind of let it bleed down into that sort of gray area. Just doing a little dark to light kind of scale. Another kind of fun thing to try with watercolors. Okay. And now I'm going to take some salt and sprinkle that on top. Salt works best with the dark colors, but if you look closely, you can see that the salt is absorbing the pigment from the watercolors. And when it dries, I can wipe that salt away. It gives kind of a nice snowy effect. Just another thing you can try. Okay. So once this is dry, I will peel away my masking tape, and then I will have some interesting borders and parameters to work within. Okay, and you can of course make sure these go on the drying rack, but something fun to try today.